Hey, special educators, I'm Jennifer from Positively Learning. Welcome to the Special Educators Resource Room. If you're like me, you're always looking for ways to save time and streamline your work. That's why this podcast was created, to give you the systems and solutions you need to get your time back. Tune in for tips, tricks, and tools that will help you manage your workload and make the most of your time. Whether you're brand new or experienced, all are welcome in the Special Educators Resource Room. Hi, welcome back to the Special Educators Resource Room podcast. I'm Jennifer from Positively Learning. Today's episode is a special one. This is number 54, and it's the last episode of our first year of the podcast. First and foremost, I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you tuning in every week. Your support, feedback, and encouragement have been the driving force behind this podcast. Whether you're commuting, working out, or just taking a moment for yourself, knowing that you're listening and learning along with us is truly humbling. Quite simply, you are the reason this podcast exists. This year has been a whirlwind of learning and growth, both for me and I hope for you too. We've been talking all things special education, from data collection to the IEP process to supporting the invaluable paraprofessionals we work with and the effective use of independent work systems like task boxes. Each episode was crafted with a goal and action steps that support you. Because let's face it, oftentimes PDs or PLC meetings that we're sitting through or any of those emails don't actually align to what we need. Although our work has many fulfilling moments, it can often feel isolating. It's like being on an isolation island, and you're surrounded by responsibilities and decision-making, and often a lack of understanding from those outside our field. So that is why I want to invite you to two very special places. We have two Facebook groups dedicated to you. Think of these groups as your bridge to get off that special education isolation island and connect with others who truly get it. The first group I want to share is called Special Educators Resource Room. It's a closed community for confidentiality. Do not get concerned when you see the number of educators. There's over 10,000 teachers in the group, but it still feels like a close-knit community. It is spam-free. It's a safe place. You can use the anonymous feature inside the group if you want to ask specific questions about writing IEP goals, paperwork, things that are happening inside and outside your classroom. It truly feels like a sounding board for all things special education. The other group is called Task Boxes Teaching. It's a fairly new group, so it's pretty small, but it's growing quickly. Inside this group, you can find creative and practical ways to use independent work systems like task boxes in your classroom, and you can share your successes, seek advice, ask questions, and find inspiration. This is a community that's tied to the TaskBox Dollar Club. So if you are a member, you definitely want to be inside this group so you can hear announcements of new additions. But you don't have to be a member of the club to join the Facebook group. Inside the group, you'll still be able to access exclusive content and conversations. And I just happen to know there's something very special happening inside the TaskBox group in January. Stay tuned. I truly believe in the power of community. So whether you are joining both groups or just selecting one, you're becoming a part of a supportive network of special educators who, just like you, share your passions and your challenges. So your ideas and your questions and your insights are going to bring so much to these communities. As we wrap this up and say goodbye to this year and look forward to the next, I invite you to join TaskBox's Teaching and Special Educators Resource Room. Let's continue to learn, grow, and support each other in these online spaces. I'll put the links in the show notes, and I can't wait to welcome you there. Thanks again for such an incredible year of learning and sharing. Here's to another year of making a difference together. Stay tuned for our next episode coming in January, and until then, take care. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'm dying to ask, what'd you think? Be sure to hit the follow or subscribe buttons so that you never miss an episode. You can find the show notes and links for everything mentioned in this episode at positivelylearningblog.com. See you next week for more special education solutions.